Try to have a good stream today. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Like nothing starts glitching or not glitching, but flickering and acting weird. So if it does, I swear I'm just gonna snap and take out a TV and a capture card. All right, do my promos. Let everybody know that I'm live. No thanks. Why they act like you can't post no photo or something? All right, well, Facebook gonna be weird about it, so forget it. All right, and YouTube. All right. See, a video game that actually, it has black people in it. I like that. They don't have black people hairstyles, but hey, I like the fact that it's like a game that acknowledges that black people exist. It's like every time I play a game, it's like, bruh. It's like you make it seem like there's not one black person. It's like the one bowling game that I played. It made it seem like it was like black people do not exist in the bowling world. I'm like, bruh, you play this game, they got black people in it, and it's like, yeah, you play a game where it's gonna be having a bowling game where it's gonna be having black people in it, but they're like, nope. It's like black people don't exist. I guess I'll play as that. Can I at least? I need to spend. What about eyewear? Bro, I need my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. Tops. Well, you could change the color, but it's gonna probably cost me some money. What about some shoes, boots? Just boots. Just a bunch of boots. They ain't got no Jordans. All right, well, this is gonna be my one-time opportunity to do this. So, like a doo brown. Nah, I can't wear that. So I can't wear that because it's you gotta stay neutral with your colors and stuff. Can't wear the wrong colors in certain areas. I honestly don't know what to wear. Do they have like? They don't even have it where it's like you could wear like the shirt with cargos. Like, bruh. I guess I'll wear that. Last played, fishing trip, events. I've never played this game before, so I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's just do this. No idea, but hey, what's up, Peasy? Peasy CF? I see that you followed while I was offline. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. So like I would have been streaming earlier, but I was out hunting down HDMI cords, 4K HDMI cords, and I'm hoping that they work. If not, I'm gonna be extremely upset that I went out and spent $40 on some cords that didn't even work. So Advice for you: if you get into streaming, make sure that you have stuff that actually works. What's up, Brian? Doing good. How about yourself? Out here fishing. I'm new here. I came from Navray. Hold up for a second. Navray, she shouted me out, or it was I? You know how? All right. So was I in the stream, or was she just like shouting me out or something? I'm good. Cool. Cool. I found your YouTube vid on it. Oh, okay, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, Navray, she chill. She chill people. That's somebody I'm one of the people I'm glad I found her through Twitch for small stream appreciation. So I followed you on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you. How I throw the they don't even tell you like how to like okay, controls, quick walk, low speed, interact. No problem, no problem. Yeah, I appreciate it, Peasy. Let's hope nothing goes wrong today. Hey, I'm just all like, all I'm really looking for is just, this stream to this be normal conversation. That's it. All right. This game looks fun. It's funny because I was before my grandfather had passed away, he always told me that he wanted to take me fishing. And so I'm like he never did get a chance to, so I'm like I guess a part of me is like I'm playing this game in his honor. Am I just in dirt? All right, hold on. Let me try this again. Let me try this again. So sorry for your loss. That's really great. Yeah, it was one of those things where I'm like, I'm chilled now. I know he's doing good. I know he's watching over me. So that's at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Is this just like a dirt area? Hold on for a second. I feel like this area ain't too good to go fishing at. So okay, hold up, cause I ain't trying to fall in the water. So all right, let's try this again. Overpowered. Bro, what is that? What does that mean? Like it's in the dirt or is it like I'm confused. I wish you can like look in the water and see where it's at. I wonder if I can do that. Oh, it's a first person view. Oh, okay. I was all like, why is it the camera why is the camera like that? Well, I seen something. Bro, if this is fit what fishing is, I'm like, man, I start getting stressed out. Can I walk in the water? I can't walk in the water. Dang. No, hold on for a second. Hold on, hold on. Wait, they said what? Oh, so you can't. Oh, okay. That's what that means. Oh, there's a fish, bro. How he can? Why can't he not just walk in the water and just grab that? Bro, I went and grabbed that fish. Bro, come on. Get it. Get it. There we go. There we go. Did I get it? I got it. Caught my first fish. What kind of fish is that? A tutti frutti. Oh, you got one now. Exactly, fam. I'm a professional fisher. 2 pound, 2 ounces. Common fish. Oh, it's a chub. Okay, okay. What's this like exotic looking fish that's just swimming like in front of me and stuff? Like it's straight teasing me right now. Like look at that. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that fish in the water? He's like right. Yeah, y'all can. Y'all, I was like I had to look at the screen, but yeah, I see. Okay, he's just straight like fooling with me. He not taking the bait. Like, fam, he's straight playing games right now. But this is the area to be at. Okay, this is the area to go fishing at. He's too smart. That's true. That's true. So occasionally you're here with my laptop because I got like the Microsoft thing set up. So occasionally y'all will hear achievements randomly go off. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. Got you, no problem. Okay. What game do you mostly play? I was playing Apex, but I was having issues with it yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, it was not my best day with streaming. I was streaming, and like the my screen kept so you won't be able to see it, PZ. But me, like on my TV, the screen would just start flickering bad. So I was like yesterday I was trying to play Apex. That's the one game that I usually would play. But I downloaded this game. I wanted to see what this game was all about. So, but yeah, Apex mainly. I was playing the Division 2 for a little bit, but that game till Ubisoft actually sits down and takes the time to fix that game, then I'll play it. But oh wow, that's an frustrating. Try playing Apex. Oh, wait a second. Why is it fishing rod? Dang. I try playing Apex, but it always crashes my Steam for some reason. Yeah, I play on console. I play on my console. I already knew, like, if I try to stream off of the same, or I'll try to play a game off of the same laptop I'm streaming off of, yeah, that'd just be all bad. So I was like, I wasn't gonna take that chance. Come on, fish. I know I've seen them in this area. Fishing games are either really good or horrible from my experience. This one actually seems cool. It seems cool though. It just I don't like those fishing games where it's like because this one it seems like that there's like there's more to it than just fishing. Like you could create a whole character. I'm just happy that this is a game where they know that there's black people that actually fish, rather than that bowling game I played. There is no black people in that game whatsoever. I was like, bruh, like black people, we do stuff. We don't just play basketball and football. We actually like to do other things. But what's up, Viking? How's life treating you? How's life treating everybody? I feel like I ain't asked you guys that. Agreed. Yeah, I'm like, there's like I'm saying, like black people, we do stuff. We like to have fun. It's like we don't just, make BT hood movies and what else? Um, laugh at people. We like to go fishing sometimes. I'm black myself, and in most games, it's always white NPCs. Exactly, exactly. Like the bowling game that I played. Hold on for a second. Okay, this isn't like one of those like multiplayer games where it's like you try playing. I just want to show you the game that I'm talking about. What is that game called? Uh, I can't even think of the name of that game. But it's like the most recent bowling game that's out right now. I can't even think of the name of it. Or I can't find it. Is it like just called bowling or was it? Dang, where is that game? I'm like, I know I bought it. I know it wasn't just a hallucination. Maybe they took it off of the store. They was just all like, nah. Like after I posted like a couple of videos and them saying like there's just no black people in that game, they was all like, yeah, let's go ahead and take this game off of the store. I cannot find it. We don't just rap and play basketball. We can bowl too. Exactly. Straight facts. I'm better at bowling than I am rapping. Life is alright. Can't complain. That's cool, Viking. That's cool. Yeah, I can't even find that bowling game. That's crazy. I think they might have taken that game out of the store. Unless I just passed by it. It wasn't this game, Bowling Olympic. It was another bowling game. I can't even find it. That's wild. I wonder if they took that game out of the store. Because I'm for certain that that game exists. I know that that game is real. Facts. I'm white myself, but I don't get why they can't just be all races included in games. Exactly. Game developers and devs just need to put a little bit of thought into it. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like when I play certain games, I'm just all like, bruh, like, really? Like this is how it is? Alright. Cool. There we go. Pro, yeah. This game right here. This game ain't got not one black person in it. They ain't even showing like pictures of the crowd and stuff, but as you can see by them photos right there, they added like one black guy, but the guy didn't even look black. He looked like he could have been like mixed or something. They was like, we ain't gonna put a full black person in here. We just gonna put like a half black person. Like he's like somewhat like caramel complected. I don't think it's that hard just to make a skin color darker. Exactly. Or just at least have it where I can create the character myself rather than having it where it's like you can't like they choose one for you and then it's not even like a legitimate black person. But not only that, yeah. Yeah, I love games with character customization. That's honestly the only type of games that I like playing. A game where you can customize a character. That's why I like this game. Or it's like a game where they don't even really focus on that, but it's like, you're seeing it for yourself. It's like a POV like viewing. Like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed got a character. It must be the newer ones. Is it the newer ones? They finally add a character customization. I understand how many colored people are in the games, but yeah, it's like at least have them in there. Bruh, he look at that. He swam. Oh wow, he is teasing. I think you can customize their gear. Yeah, that fish is straight teasing me. He swam right next to the hook. That fish is crazy. What is that? Bro, come on, come on, come on. Come on, bro, just grab it. Okay. That's the same fish I already got. There's like that one fish straight up glitched. Okay, 2 fishes. I'll take that. Yeah, I play AC Valhalla. Is that a good game? I've been wanting to get a Assassin's Creed game for a while, but I just don't know where to start. I did play. I can't remember what was the last one I played, but yeah, it was Assassin's Creed games. They're actually pretty good. I remember playing a lot of 2. 2 was pretty fun. Yeah, I mean, I love open world and character customizations and stuff. See, I'm like me, you, PZ. We're like a game where it's like it's open world and you can create a character. That those type of games like that does it for me. Like that's why I like the one game, The Division, so much because it was that you create a character and then it was this big open world area. It wasn't this game where it had like all these different weird things in it. Like it seemed like it was a realistic game. Like just in a fantasy, like it was like in a fantasy realistic world where it was like, oh, okay, like this stuff ain't gonna really happen, but it does seem like it can happen. I mainly love it because you don't have to just follow a story all the time. You could do whatever you want. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. I was like, that was the one thing I did like about that game. Where it was like you could do a crap ton of things in there. Assassin's Creed. That's like the one game I feel like is very underrated, but at the same time, like there's people that still recognize that it's a good game. Wow. Are you serious, bruh? I almost had it. Hey, what's up, G Zombie? Hey guys, make sure you go follow G Zombie. G Zombie, she cool people too. She cool people. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Yeah, about 40 hours on that game. I'm not even close to finishing. I follow. Cool. I appreciate you, PZ. Yeah, G Zombie. It's like it's her, Sammy, Red, and Yunin. Seriously, some of the most chillest people I've met through Twitch. I was about to say, what's going on with the fishing hook? Just throw it, bro. Hey, what's up, Wholesome? Hey, Wholesome, I appreciate you for posting on Instagram saying that you were watching my gaming video. That's something where like it trips me out that people do stuff like that, but I do appreciate that. Come on, come on. Nope. Just all right, bro. That's the same fish. All right, come on. Just tease it, will it. Come on. Just come back here. Come back. All right, there we go. Just all the way back. Dang, why is this one being so difficult? I don't even know how to wheel him in. Okay, come on. There you go. Is that's a catfish? Dang, that's huge. Bro, I just caught me some catfish. A barbel? What is that? I've never, bro. That where I'm from. That's called catfish. That's not a barbel. I just beat Subnautica below zero, and it's so good. High risk, but high game reward for exploring. Yeah, I was like that game. I heard about that game. That game, it looks fun. I'm thinking about playing that game one of these days. Stop. Thank you. I'm doing great. Finally, be nice and cozy. Been here. Yeah. Yeah. G Zombie. It's like you guys go follow her. Man, I want to go fishing so bad. I don't know how I would react to fishing in real life. I've never been fishing in real life. I've only played like fishing video games, but I've never been fishing in real life. Said that earlier, PZ her, but it was like my grandfather, he always promised me it before he passed. But yeah, it was like one of these days I'm gonna go fish. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do like a vlog video, go fishing, pay respects to my grandfather and stuff. So just decided to record a little moment of it. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. Not gonna lie, I have been fishing. Not very patient. Yeah, I already know. I've been like if I knowing my luck, I probably would have went to a pond, right? And then some people will walk by and they say, "Hey, bro, there ain't no fishes in that pond." Just letting you know. I've been sitting there for like 2 hours listening to the same music because for some reason the shuffle on my phone is broken. It's only fun when you catch something. Yeah. Knowing me, I get too overly excited. I ain't jumped in the water, then grabbed the fish myself. Appreciate you Showing love in the story as well. Yeah, I appreciate it, wholesome. Thank you. Unless you understand the essence of it or something. See, that's the thing. I don't understand nothing. Peasy. I understand absolutely nothing. This would that would be dope. I definitely watch. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one of these days. I'm gonna do that. Just throw a net and we'll catch some fish. I know, right? I'll be that one where I'll cheat. I'll go and get Hey yo, how are they catching light? Hey, why isn't nothing popped up for me? It ain't even fair, bro. They out here then caught like all these different fishes and stuff. I'm just struggling. Oh, am I supposed to be catching the float? Oh, I've been catching all these other fishes. I'm like, I'm just happy that I'm catching these other fishes. Last time I went fish, I caught a frog. Oh, nah. Frogs scare me. I remember one time I was walking home from school. I know I woke up everybody. If anybody was taking a nap that day in the area, I know I woke up everybody. I yelled, I screamed because I was like, bruh, that was the biggest. I think it was a toad. Regardless, I'm like, bruh, that thing was just too big for comfort. I'm like, it was just. I'm like, nah. Small frogs, okay. A big giant frog, I'm like, nah, because that thing would have jumped on me. I'm like, nah, that ain't normal. Frog, that's awesome. That's crazy. I guess because I'm like, yeah, there's this area where it was like water there. I can't really see the water no more, but it was like I tell you, every time I walk past it, you will always just hear like a bunch of frogs going off. Like especially during the summertime. Oh man, them frogs is going crazy. Nothing better than fighting a bull. Redfish about 36 inches. Oh no, I'm not fighting that thing. I'm telling it. I'm like, hey, you go your way and I'll go my way. Guess I'll go frogging and not fishing. Nah, I'd have been mad. I came here to fish. I ain't came here to catch no frogs. By the way, I think the Lion podcast or the Twitch, YouTube, I forgot, but there's some small audio issues. Just a heads up. What was the audio issues? Dang, I hate when stuff like that happens. Dang, was it like cutting in and out or something? That was a toad. Wait, what's the difference between a frog and a toad? I think of because a frog is smaller and a toad looks like a frog, but it's just on steroids. No, just high pitched noise. Oh, I might have to turn down my microphone then. Or it was yeah. I just think that it's like because sometimes I get overly excited and then start yelling in the microphone, thinking I'm bro. Oh my god! Like I swear. Gotta do this all over again. But yeah, it's like a toad is just a frog on steroids. It looks like yeah, frogs is like a frog. That's like a regular looking person. Like if we're gonna compare it to people, and then the toad is like that like the Samoan like one. Like that's the Samoan in the whole family of frogs. So it's a toad that you came across. Yeah, all my friends is looking at me all like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, it's just a toad. I'm like, but fam, look at the size of it. Like, that's not, no. Yes, I'm like, yeah, I don't do so well with wildlife. That's why I try to stay away from it. It's funny how I flipped out when seeing the toad, but it was not too long ago. I seen this, like, snake. I think the snake was half dead, but it was still alive. And I walked over it like it was nothing. Tastes like chicken. Wait a minute, wait, hold on. You ate toad or frog? It really does, it's good. Hold on, wait a second. Time out. When was you guys eating frogs? I got a sub. I hate ads. Oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, PZ. Yeah, it's like become affiliate and that type of stuff happens. Bullfrog legs are amazing. Time out. Why are you guys? Oh my god. Just like chicken. Every time people say that something like they have something, they say it always tastes like chicken. And I'm like, I'm gonna be curious because I'm like, I feel like I ain't ate more chicken than anybody, so I'm like, I'm curious on that stuff. I've had frog legs at a Chinese buffet. I've been kind of I've been upset. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Because knowing me, I probably wouldn't have been paying attention. See, that's why I'm a picky eater. I don't be eating a whole bunch of different stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good. You ain't gonna get me caught up eating something. And I'm like, now I gotta flip a table over because I'm like, hey, yo, this ain't right. I'm like, well, I'm out here eating frog legs. Sounds crazy. I'll be right back. All right, PZ. Do bet. Use it as a food recording your first time. I don't plan on eating no frogs. I'm like, no frog legs, frogs, frog arms, none of that. I am okay. At the restaurant I used to work at, had frog legs and snails, so I tried both of them. Oh wow. Oh man, it's good with lime. It's good with lime. Why are you? Nah. I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't do that. I think I'm doing like a story mission or something because they're all like, I gotta get like the float in 7 minutes. And I haven't caught none. I'm like, bro, I'm just happy to be out here just fishing. It's like I didn't know I had to like get like a certain fish. Let's go in a different area. I'm going to a different area. Gotta be adventurous. People always tell me that. They always tell me I gotta be adventurous when I'm eating foods and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like I tried, and sometimes it just didn't work out. So that's why I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna stick to eating my chicken tenders and fries when I go to a restaurant. I could go ahead and get judged, but oh well. I think that's why I'm like when I settle down and when I get married. Like I guess if my wife, if she's big into cooking and things, I guess I will eat her cooking. But I'm like I just don't. I'm like don't expect any promises. I'll try it, but have you had octopus? They're so good. It tastes like I just nah. None of that. Like I don't really. I'm not a big seafood eater. I used to eat shrimp back when I was a kid, but as I got older, I just kind of relaxed. Because there was at times I remember I went to yeah, I'm like, you lost me at octopus, yeah. Just maybe a bit more tough, like 1, 2 bites, chew. Oh, nah. Octopus tacos are fire. I don't like chew. Yeah, I don't. I can't, nah. I couldn't do that. I love the black stuff from the shrimp. I just throw away the white meat. Wait, the black stuff. Because I always ate the soft part. Who was it that was telling me that they ate the hard part on a shrimp? And I'm like, hey, let me guess. I bet you wear nothing but black Air Forces when you go out in places. I'm like, how do you eat the black or the hard part on a shrimp? Like, that's foul. Yeah. Like, whole song, I'm about to give you a 10-yard penalty on that play because that ain't right. That is not right. But I mean, people, they be eating certain foods. I just couldn't bring myself to doing some stuff like that. You're so funny. People, it's funny when I'm like when people I have it where you think and G I appreciate you for saying that. Cause it's like people they'll say like I'll share like memes and I guess like it'd be too dark or just be too offensive and I'm like fam I how I'll never forget when somebody they got on me about sharing the meme about black people and I'm like hey I don't know if you can see my profile picture but it's like it's a clear indication right there on why I just shared this meme and I appreciate you for the host G commentary on the thousand. I need to. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join your stream. If you stream today, I'm about to join it. Hey, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. And 100 more bits. Hey, bro, wholesome. I appreciate you for that. Appreciation. That's why I be watching streamers and they be like, Mr. Beast, that man would join, donates them like $10,000. Then I get my stream. Then I just get like a person saying some weird stuff. But it's like, nah, the stream today though, I like this stream. This is definitely like a stream that I'm like, I wish I had like a stream like this every single day. The world needs to see you. You guys too. G Zombie, all of you guys. I'm like, yeah, when I joined your guys' streams, like, Like when joining Union stream, like I never even yesterday I was cracking up laughing in her stream. Like it brought like, and I've never had a streamer bring me to tears. I've had it where YouTubers have brought me to tears, TikTok videos done brought me to tears. But Union, she's definitely like the first person to bring me to tears in the stream. And I'm like, yeah, you guys, what you guys got going on, like your collective, it's something where I'm like, I support it 100%. So I looked up the whole bit thing since you talked about it from your podcast. And Sally, I think donos are more worth for you. I saw the percentage and taken. And yeah, bits. I'm like, hey, bits, subscribes, donations. It don't really matter to me. I'm like, if people just join and just have a conversation, I'm happy with that. I really don't care for like the money and stuff. I'm like, I'm making, money through YouTube. So I'm like, if you guys just join and just have a conversation with me, I appreciate that. Lavish. Oh man. I was having that took me out. That took me out. I was not expecting her to say Lavish. I meant what I said too. I think I said in the podcast, I was like Lavish. I'm like, it's no longer lavish. I'm like, we saying lavish. Like lavish is when things is cool, but lavish, that's when it's to a whole new level. I'm like, you ain't. I'm like, if you ain't living the lavish life, then I'm sorry. But lavish, that's the word of 2021. I'm like, you gotta be living lavish. But happy to support. Just a way for me to show love in the stream content. Yeah, I appreciate you, wholesome. I was like, what? Yeah, when she said lavish, I was like, lavish? Lavish is so 22. Exactly. Exactly. Anybody get, and people, they get around me and they say lavish. I'm like, excuse me? They're like, nah, it's lavish. I'm like, I know. I'm like, my friend, she told me, she's an expert on this. She told me what that word actually is. And I lied to a person too. That's I'm about to just honestly, I'd like say it, like have it where a person say it, or just make them believe like, hey, like back in the 1800s, it was actually lavish. But then somehow, like Americans got a hold of that word and they changed it to lavish because they didn't like how the French was saying it, which is lavish. I honestly tell some people that too. Have them so confused. They looking it up. They're like French people saying lavish. I would scoof anyone that says lavish. I'm honestly gonna start correcting people. I am. I'm gonna be like, hey yo, it's not. It was like, what do you? How are you saying it weird? Or just get around other people and say it's like when people when they instead of saying cologne they say cologne. I remember my friend he said that he was like Tyler, do you have any cologne? And I'm like cologne, what? I'm like what is cologne? Then somebody was like cologne. He's saying cologne. And I'm like oh. I'm like I got some Axe body spray, but cologne. I'm like what is that brand or something? 1800. Exactly. Duh. I gotta give them a story. I gotta give them a story. Yeah, I was like, I ain't catching them float fish. There wasn't even no fishes that was what? It was the one fish that was kept teasing me. Oh, I lost this challenge for today. I ain't caught nothing. How did they catch Levy? It's like Dave cheating. He out there jumping in the water catching them fish. Tia, have you heard of Fat Kid Deals on Twitter? Have I heard of Fat Kid Deals on Twitter? I feel like that's kind of offensive. I do not. No, I do not support that. That sounds offensive. Said, all right, G Zombie. Look, okay. I think I said it before, and I'm like, I'm not good with English myself. People be trying to correct me on stuff, and I'm just like, hey, yo, look. I'm like, I got 2'7" parents. That's why I say things the way I say them. It's like, ain't nobody gonna get mad at me for the way I say stuff, so. Fishing trip. Do I have to, like, choose a fish to hunt down, or can I just play the game? Dave jumping in, catching it in his mouth. I know. It's like, he out here just like, bro, just like, you just play, like, you go fishing like everybody else. You out here cheating and stuff. Oh, is this the area? Because I just want to play the game and just, just go fishing. I ain't trying to, like, be timed on my fishing. Oh, this is it. Oh, this is it right here. Bro, I almost walked into the water. I'm like, I don't know how to swim either. It's the name of a Twitter. Hold on, let me throw my fishing rod in there. It's the name of a Twitter account. They be tweeting the best deals online. Be scrolling there for hours at the stuff they tweet, emptying my wallet and stuff. I be trying to chill on things like on like social media. You good, fam? Yeah, I'm like I should be a professional fisher. I should do it. Should I do it? Should I be a professional fisher? Come out with a fishing. I should come out with some fishing rods, some TMossBoss fishing rods, like guaranteed to catch no fishes. Because knowing me, I'm like I don't know how to make no fishing rod. Not knowing how to swim in 2021. I feel like I do, but at the same time, like I don't. Because I'm like, I have the concept of what to do. Like, you go in the water, start swinging your arms and kicking your feet, but knowing my luck, the physics and gravity would just be like, what you think this was? Like, you just thought this was gonna be like the movies, and then I would drown. So I'm like, I stay away from water. I do. I also find crazy how you always be having Fiji water. I wonder how much a month you spend on it or in a year. Oh, I'm probably one of Fiji water's biggest supporters. People be saying I'm bougie drinking Fiji water. I'm like, okay, well, sorry. I'm like, Fiji water is actually good. I like it. Like, I'm like, if you're like, how would you guys look at me if I start drinking Arrowhead? Like, I'm saying between the two, I'm like, I think we all know the obvious answer. Arrowhead is that water that they give you when you was doing them like them school tests, they're like the Wassel tests and stuff. That's that nasty water. Do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, G. But you always on stock. I have to be. I have to. I plan it out too. I plan it out. I'm like James Franco when he was in 127 hours. I drink enough to where I'm like, okay, I got something to, last me throughout the week and things. And then just on the weekends, get me another one. Just tap water for me. Yeah, I'm like, there's, people, they got their certain taste for water. I'm like, with me, I'm like, I like Fiji water. For me, it's from the Monjera, I ain't never heard of that. That must be that new age water. Let me find out. Gravity gives you the side eye while swimming. Honestly, it would. It's because I know there's like I remember I took swimming lessons when I was a kid. I hated that swimming lessons. I remember there was a time I almost drowned, and then the lady almost threatened me to drown me, talking about, oh, you need to swim on your back. I'm like, lady, in case of an emergency, let's say if I was like on a ship, right? Like it was Titanic 2021, right? And I'm on this ship, and I'm in the water. Do you honestly think I'm gonna be like, quick, let me start swimming on my back to safeties? No, I'm gonna be swimming on my stomach. I can't even see where I'm swimming if I'm swimming on my back. I was like, that lady, she was crazy. I'm like, I know she got fired. I don't know why I always get like the weird teachers when it's like doing something. It's like she threatened to drown me. Kung Fu. I remember I took Kung Fu when I was a kid. That lady, she was cussing kids out. I'm like, fam, what is wrong with y'all? Like, it's Spanish for water hose. Oh, I can't drink water from no water hose. That's what you just like. Yeah, you honestly, you are wearing black Air Forces if you do some stuff like that. You don't even go to a store and get you a bottle of water. I can't do that. I only do it if it's like a zombie apocalypse or something. But honestly, I wonder how it would be for me for a zombie apocalypse. I just hope that I'm not crazy. I hope I don't become crazy. Like, oh, here we go, bruh. I ain't lost it. I swear. I swear, man. That's messed up. Do you heat up? Wait a minute. Do you heat up your cereal before eating, or am I the only one? Um. Yeah, I think you're the only one on that one. I ain't never heard somebody heating up their cereal. I'm wholesome. I'm kind of worried for your safety. I'm not even your safety. I'm worried for everybody else's safety around you. Like heating up cereal. That's not the milk, but just the cereal in the bowl. It's just not even a heating up process. I couldn't do it. I'm gonna start doing these things, and then I just feel like I'm gonna either gain superpowers or I'm just gonna become a villain. One of the two. I drink water from the water hose. That's my credits. That's why my credit score is 109. that's I'm like that's dang. I was like, I'm like, you live in a reckless life. You go outside, like, I'm gonna go get me some water. Go outside. Yeah. That's called what? Porridge? Porridge? I couldn't do it. Always heard of it, never knew what it was. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I can't heat up my cereal. So I'm like, it's just, it's just certain things that I just don't do when it's like food related. Like, I ain't gonna say who it is, but there's somebody that I know. They eat like the fur part on the kiwis. And I remember I seen them do that one day, and I was all like, okay, so this is probably the point in time in my life where I die. I'm like, and this happened when I was a kid too. And I seen them doing that, and I was just all like, dang, well, this is it. I was like, I can't even grow up, have a family, be a father. I'm like, dang, this is the day I die because this person's just eating like the fur part of the kiwi right there in front of my face. I'm like, that's like some stuff where it's all like, it's like things murderers do before they kill somebody, and that's one of them. Gee, I'm just stupid. Hey, zombie, you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. I used to put ketchup in my instant ramen, but it was gross, so I never did again. Tried it when I was younger. I remember I tried chocolate milk in top ramen, and I was all like, hey, yo, that'll kill somebody. That's poison. That's edible poison. Do not ever have chocolate milk. Like, the thing is, if you don't have nothing to drink with your ramen, do not drink it or eat your top ramen with chocolate milk. I tried that. That's legit edible poison. I was like, now that's some stuff like things murderers eat before they kill somebody. Like top ramen and chocolate milk. It's either that or something like, I feel like the day I have kids or the day like whoever my wife is and she's all like, oh, can you do this like weird food? Because I know there's like pregnant women be having like weird food combos. I feel like that would be one of them. Chocolate milk and top ramen. If I have kids and they was all like, hey dad, can you make me some chocolate milk and get me some chocolate milk and make me some top ramen? I look at him and be like, you're grounded. I'm like, nah, fam, cause you didn't even have to come at me like that. Try bananas. Oh, I see, zombie. I see what you trying to get me to do. Now I see what happens when you have Sprite and bananas. You ain't gonna get me caught up slipping. Yeah, I seen that. I remember I was watching. I think I seen that in David Dobrik's videos. And he was like, they had that one guy, Jonah, he was, or Nick, whatever his name is. There's like, he did that. And I'm like, why? I honestly, though, I'm like, my thing is, like, I'm trying to think. I try hot Cheetos and ramen. You know what? Hot Cheetos and ramen, because I feel like it's just adding spice. If you like crunch it up and then you just kind of sprinkle it. Like, I feel like that's like adding spice. I feel like that's like, you ain't a murderer, but just like, you caught me. Yeah, I'm like, you ain't gonna get me. I'm like, because imagine if I did it. I'm like, bananas and Sprite, that actually sounds good. I go and do it. I'm like, hey guys, my stomach don't feel so good. Let me go real quick. G Zombie, I'll sue you. I would track you down. I would sue you. Because I'm like, you set me up for failure. So I'm like, that's why, I'm cautious of the things that I eat. I'm Latina, so I put hot Cheetos and everything. I'm trying to think, because they always be saying, like, the Hispanic girls at my school, they always was eating, like, hot Cheetos and stuff. I'm like, I just never seen them do it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, at my school, the Hispanic women at my school, they were different. They didn't do that type of stuff. The black girls did. I feel like it might have been like every like maybe one, but yep. Takis, hot Cheetos. What else? And it was just me in the corner drinking Red Bull and eating beef jerky. That's my weird food combo. That's my pregnant combo. Red Bull and beef jerky. Gives me protein and energy at the same time. This game is so relaxing. I'm like, fam, I didn't realize I was gonna have this much fun by just playing a fishing game. It's like this is a straight up vibe though. I'm like, I being here with you guys and then just be out here fishing. That'd be a vibe. I'd definitely do that. I'm from Cali, so we built different. I feel like yeah, that's that could be a possibility. A lot of people from Cali they built different. It's crazy. It's like all the times. I wish I had been like going to Cali or I would have known you guys the times I went out to Cali, like you, Unin, everybody else. I've like there's some friends that I do have out in Cali, and I'm all like, man, I wish I had known you guys like back then when the times I did go out there. Because it was like maybe a few years ago, or not a couple of years ago. Last time I went to Cali, California is big though. I'm like, hey yo, like California, that's just like I don't know, that's just the like the west side, but it's also like a down south like just vibe to it on how far you gonna be traveling to places. But it's like I mean it's like a lot of cities out there, so I would tell you all the best foodie spots. I feel like there's some good ones. I feel like there's some good ones. I've always been out to just Disneyland. That's the thing, though. I'm like, I want to go out to like if I do go out to Cali or something. Then it's like I gotta do like other stuff. But it's like every time I go out there, it's always like Disneyland or Universal Studios. Disneyland though, they got some good hot dogs. I tell you that much. You're dreaming of food where I take you. Oh, it's that type of food that you dream about. Oh, I'm like, hey, I'm down for that. I'm down for some food like that. That's what I'm like when people they start doing things for food. Like when food be so good, they get the dancing or something. Maybe that's just black people. That might just be black people. I've only been to Disneyland once. You've only been there once? Have you lived out in Cali your whole life, or is it like did you like might have just like recently moved out there or something? I've been. I think it was yeah three. No, yeah 3 times. 3 times I've been to Disneyland. Yup, food you dream about. That food actually sounds good. Some food that you dream about. That's what I was saying. I was like, sounds like some. It's like that's some stuff. I'm like, I'll wake up and be mad. I dream about some good food. I did that one time. I was dreaming I was having me a good bowl of cereal. Woke up and I was in. I was like, nah, I dance every time I eat. Oh, okay, all right. So but that's the thing though, like that's the thing with like black people and Hispanic people. I feel like it's like a mirror image. Like that's why I'm like every time when no, been to Cali my whole life. Oh, okay, okay. But no, it's like black people and Hispanic people. I just feel like it's like a mirror image. Like, cause yeah, I'm like I've always been chilled with Hispanic people, so that's why I'm like, nah, Hispanic people. So my like, it's like Hispanic people, Samoans. Who else? Everybody else chilled, but yeah, I'm like I'm chilled with some Hispanic people. It's like food be spicy, but hey, I'm like I think I'm okay. I was 23 when I first went to Disney. I think I was 14. I was 14 when I went to Disneyland. You right, you right. Yeah, Hispanic people and black people. It's like we relate to a lot of stuff. It's It's like, don't ask me why or how, but I just remember being in high school, and then we were, for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why it's always a white teacher telling me, teaching us about like slavery and racism and stuff. I'm like, I just find it so weird, but they be chilled about it. But no, I remember that's the one thing I did read. There's like when like I think they said like when black people when they was like being bought as slaves and stuff. I like how this stream just got so dark. I'm talking about slavery and crap. But anyways, no, they were saying like Hispanic people was like taking them in and was like helping them and stuff. I was like, hey yo, shout out to the Hispanic people. That's why I got nothing but love for Hispanic people. I was all at AF at Disney, but I didn't care. I felt like I was staying. I know, like that's the thing. When you go there, it's all like, hey yo, I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to be like, oh, since I'm an adult. I'll be right there in line with the kids, looking at them and like, how many times you been on this ride? They were like, I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. I'm like, well, forget you. I'm like, I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. I'm like, get out of my face. I straight play some reverse psychology on the child. Start screaming stranger danger. Nah, I feel like I'd cause the kids to cry, so never mind. We went we went from talking about Disney and slavery world. Exactly. Exactly. I like how the conversation. That's the thing, though. I'm like, people, they always wonder if I could keep a conversation going. I can. I might switch it up on you real quick, but I'll keep a conversation going. Be a history teacher. I'm like, yeah, so Disneyland was created in the early 1900s. But speaking of Disneyland, let's talk about slavery real quick. So in the 1800s, like, fam, how does that even relate? How does Mickey Mouse and slavery, like, what are you talking about? I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. I straight up say that to a child. But child comes up to me on like, what's your name? I'm like, I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. Sorry, stranger danger. You should be a comedian. I thought about it. I thought. I remember. I remember. No, my sister. I remember. I straight roasted my sister. She told me because I was like, no. I told my mom. She asked me like, what would you like to be when you're older? And I said a comedian. And then my sister, she gonna come down the stairs talk about, don't you have to be funny to be a comedian? I was like, don't you have to be look good to be a model? I'm like, ooh. I'm like, bet you didn't think I had that in me, did you? Everything relates itself. Exactly. Mickey Mouse and slavery. It's relatable. It's like people people might not see that, but I see it. I'm like, I don't see no difference between it. It's like, think about it. Mickey Mouse he's been working at Disneyland his whole life. That man's not even, he ain't even allowed to put in no 2 weeks. That's messed up. Justice for Mickey Mouse and the rest of them. Burned. Exactly. I see. That's the thing. I will roast somebody if they try to get on me about something. I straight up would. I remember this kid. He tried to get on me about I can't remember what he said to me. Oh, bro, I stay losing fish in here. But now I remember this kid. He tried getting on me in school about. I can't remember what it was. But I said, did you get cut from the basketball team? I was like, they didn't even let you play for one of the like lower leagues for the school. You just got cut altogether. That kid, I could see in his face, he was mad about that. He was trying to say some other stuff, but it just wasn't working. I'm like, yeah, bro, don't come after me. I hit you where it hurts. I told this one girl she was being racist in the classroom, and I was like, I think I called her like a Big Mac or something. But I was like, I know I added more to it. I ain't just call her a Big Mac. But yeah, I roast people. That's why I'm like, I just, it's my thing. Not even the water boy. Not even the water boy. I was like, nah, he got cut altogether. It's like, yep. Go ahead and smoke weed like the rest of the kids, because you definitely ain't going to be playing no basketball. Or a sweat mob collector. He didn't get nothing. They said, bro, you just here. There's like, here, just take a basketball and leave, bro. Just walk around the school and act like you play for the team, but you really don't. Just do like those motions you dribbling the ball, but it's like you ain't gonna play for us. It's like maybe go to the to back to middle school or something, or elementary, play there. But it's like you ain't playing for us. think there was a time I remember I roasted a teacher. It wasn't even really a roast. I just said she wasn't a good teacher. But with other things, yeah, I'm like, I roast people. I roasted my own family. I looked each and every one of my family in the face and roasted them, mom, dad, and sister. And I'm like, hey, well, do you watch All Deaf on YouTube? I do. I do. I watch them. I haven't been watching them recently, but I do. I follow them on social media. The roast each other is hilarious. Exactly. No, there's the one guy a part of All Deaf. He's one of my favorite comedians, Tony Baker. That guy, I can watch his voiceover videos all day. I can watch any videos of him all day. Tony Baker is some of the most, I think, or is it? Yeah, I think he's a part. Yeah, he's a part of All Deaf. But if not, then yeah, but Tony Baker, he's somebody I can watch. I can watch that guy all day. But yeah, the roast that they do on each other, it's hilarious. I like that in the dad jokes videos. The dad jokes, it's crazy how like corny a dad joke would be, but at the same time, it is some of the most funniest stuff in the world. Then they got it where it's like this military guy. He's been doing all these dad jokes. I was like, I don't know why I find them so funny. And I'm like, bro, I was like, I need to set my priorities straight with what I find funny. Come the fishing rod gonna go up. You look straight into their eyes, into their souls, and still roast them. Yes, because the one person I feel like I roast the most out of anybody is my mom, but I got it from her. But I told my mom this morning, I told her she looked like Frederick Douglass. It's just something I'm like, I don't, I don't mean it, but it's just something that's on my mind at the time. I told my mom, I was just all like, I said, I think I was like, what did I say? I think it was yesterday. I said like her wrestling name would be Harriet Tubman. Dad jokes are so funny, so simple. Exactly. I love dad jokes. You said yes. Yes, I roast them. I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I love you guys, but just understand that this is the person that you raised. I wonder if I can walk over here. Because I'm like, bro, I've been fishing in that area and I've caught nothing. Not Frederick Douglass. Man, there's some of the things that I've said, but it's like, that's the thing that I got it from her. So it's like, I got it from somewhere. I'm like, it's like practice. It's like a boxing class. I noticed that I just usually roast myself. Oh yeah, I can roast myself too. I definitely roast myself. I'm like I said, I'm like probably like the number one person in the short community. I'm like, I like it's one of those things. And then I feel like people they'll get offended by me roasting myself, and I'm like, I'm roasting myself. It's not a random person. I don't have like no alter ego or something. But I always say I sound like Morgan Freeman. It's wow. Now I gotta hear your voice and be like, yeah, I can hear it. I can hear Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, that man, that's one thing about him. That man's been old his whole life. No, actually, I take that back. I seen a photo of that man where he actually was in his, he looked like he was in his 20s. But as soon as that man turned 21, he just immediately, wrinkles, gray hair. That man's been 80 something for the past 15 years. I hate my voice. Oh, you talking about if you go to my main channel, I have some of my earlier videos where I was legit sounding like a girl. I legit was sounding like a girl. I cringe right here, my now I'm curious. That's the thing though. I'm like, I see, because I'm like, there's things I want to say right now, but I'm like, I just don't know. Because there's been times I said, hey, something his whole life. He has. Morgan Freeman's been 80 his whole life. That man was born and he didn't even have like no regular birth. His mom was pushing out literally nothing. Then he just walked in the room and he was just like, "Hello, I am your son." He didn't say it like that. He has like he has his voice going on, but I know his parents are so confused. He's just sitting there reading the newspaper. Like he ain't even being like a regular kid. Morgan Freeman, that's the thing. He's been old and has always have worn suits. The only time I didn't see that man wearing a suit was when he was in that movie Shawshank Redemption. But other than that, Morgan Freeman, he's been old his whole life and he always wears suits. That's why I realized that though. I was all like, cause that was the thing. I'm like, I remember when I had to, I really started had to, having to roast people when I was a kid, cause people they started thinking that they can roast me. I remember kids was going around. Some of my friends would go around talking about I look like Norbit, and I'm all like, all right, fam. First off, I'm like, if anybody's out here looking like Norbit, it's you with them old Coke bottle glasses you got on your face. I'm like, I legit. It's funny how like offended I'll get when somebody roasts me, but I seriously, I'd roast the person. I'm just like, dang, I went too far on that one. I was like, I'm sorry, I take that back. No, I'm like, you right. I look like Norbit. I'm sorry. People get the crying. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I'm playing. Like, no, don't cry. Don't cry. He was born with a suit and gray hair. He was. You spell gray like or gray. I spell it both ways. It just really depends. I be struggling though. If I like if I had to like write that down, I'm like, dang, what is it? Is it the E or is it the A? I'm like, it's the color. After it's like it's in the middle of black and white. Norbit. Yeah, people was legit saying I looked like him because I had an afro and stuff when I was growing up and I was wearing glasses and things. I'm like, hey yo, I'm like y'all better chill out because I'm telling you, giving y'all the three strike rule. Y'all crack one more joke or one more person say I look like Norbit. This whole classroom getting roasted, teacher included. Stop the cap. Thank you, zombie. Thank you. Be right now is it E or A? That's I'm like I struggle with it. I be writing down stuff they ask me about like or they ask me what color and I'm like dang. I'm like the color in the middle of white and black. There's like gray that one. I'm like I just didn't know to use an E or an A. Teacher number one getting roasted. Yeah. I think I was like I've only roasted one teacher in my whole life though. Other than that, I'm like teach. I usually try to be cool with my teachers. I usually like if it's a teacher that I just don't like, I don't even give them the satisfaction of getting roasted. I just flat out say, "Hey, I just don't. I don't like you, Lavish." Yeah, I'm like, you gotta live like a Lavish life with teachers. But some teachers want to live lavish. And I'm like, nah, I'm living Lavish. So, but yeah, the teachers, I was like, yeah, the one teacher I remember I did roast, but she had it coming though, because she told me I can sit with my friends, and then out of nowhere she said I can't. And I'm all like, hey, yo, look, I'm like, this is math. This ain't no reading or writing class. I'm like, you need to be teaching math. I'm like, you out here doing all this other extra stuff. One teacher, like the backup teacher, she was like, Tyler, go outside. I'm like, nah, because she claiming to be a teacher. I'm like, what kind of teacher is that? And she telling kids one thing and then mean the other. I'm like, that don't make no sense. I came back in the classroom. Her face was all red and stuff. And I'm like, oh, well. I'm like, you had it coming. I'm like, I'm sorry I had to say it to you, but it's like, you had it coming. That teacher was weird though. That was like the only teacher I knew that had a MySpace account. I'm like, you is 30 years old with a MySpace account. Like, this should just get to an age where I guess. I'm like, and this is like in middle school. This is like when social media, like Twitter and all that, was starting to blow up. Like, at least have like a Twitter account or a YouTube channel. You got MySpace. And I'm like, nah. Now I can't trust you. The last time I was streaming a 12-hour stream, told you I was playing Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare. Modern Welfare. Oh, that is that is a video game. Modern Welfare. Oh man. That's a game that will get canceled, but I would definitely try to buy it before it gets canceled. Come on, come on, come on. Bro, that fish, what is this? A shark? Bro. Come on. Bro, come on. Come on. Willing in, willing in. Please. Bro, this thing gonna snap. Watch. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Bro, that small little fish and he can't. Oh my god. Bro. Oh, wow. Bro, that's another catfish. They call it a barbell. I'm like, bro, that's catfish. I like how my guy, he ain't even smiling. He's just all like, oh, you know. He's like, just sad out here fishing by myself. I'll be sad too. I'm out there by myself fishing. I've been sad too. Nice ways. I got the biggest F. You know, in high school, I started doing better. But it was like definitely when I was in like freshman, like, or at least my senior year. My senior year, I started doing better. But I had one teacher. She told me that I wasn't gonna graduate because I didn't know how to use a blood pressure cuff, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, sure. I'm like, sure, I'm not. I'm like, you try telling a black mom that, hey, your son's not gonna graduate because he don't know how to use a blood pressure cuff. I'm like, yeah, you good luck with that. That fish smaller than my future. I know that fish was small. That fish was smaller than I don't know my career with rapping. Yeah, there we go. I just couldn't be a rapper. I haven't had no hard life to be a rapper. I feel like just in the place that I live in it's like I live outside of Seattle, Washington. Ain't nothing hard about Seattle, Washington besides the hard drugs that the crackheads do out in downtown Seattle. I'm like I could rap about that. And I'm like it's just gonna be comedy, but that's why your guy wasn't smiling. I know. He looked sad about that. I'm like, fam, just throw the fish back in the water if you're gonna be sad about it. I can't rhyme. I would be the worst rapper ever. I'd be that rapper where I'll get on the radio show and then the host will ask me. He's like, Tyler, drop a freestyle real quick. First off, well, okay, there's Tyler the Creator. That's literally the only rapper named Tyler that has made it. I know I couldn't. Cause I'm like, I just don't have like a hard name. You got like rappers out there like freaking like Pop Smoke, his real name, like Bakar Jackson. That man could have had like I think that was his name, but yeah, Pop Smoke. That's a hard name. TMossBoss ain't really a hard name. I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't. I feel like that'd just be too much of a rap name. But I get up on the radio show and they ask me to freestyle. I wouldn't do it. The beat would just keep playing and I'd just be sitting there in silence. I'm like, there's your guys' freestyle, the silent freestyle. The deaf community supports it, so I'm like, that's be the only people that'll support it. But now let me take that joke back. Next thing you know, somebody then walked up to me in sign language. I don't know what it means, and they was like, "You cracked that joke about the deaf community in your Twitch stream." Well, not the deaf community. I'm gonna take that joke back. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll go too far with certain things. I'm like, okay, I was like, let me think about that when I'm dead. I'm like, don't you laugh at that, zombie. Don't you laugh at that. You stop it. You stop it. That was a joke that shouldn't have happened. Okay? Now we will not laugh. We will not laugh at that. Bro. Oh, I got it. No, I still got it. I still got it. I still got it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Bro, it's the same fish. Bro, it's the same fish. I appreciate you, zombie. I really do. I really do. See, I feel like I've been like at a comedy show, right? And been like saying all these jokes for everyone they're missing out. I ain't walked in the water. Dang, now my shoes is all wet. I feel like that you have been the only one like laughing at my jokes, and then everybody else they just in the crowd just like, hey yo, why what is why is she laughing so much? Why is she like this man ain't even funny? I get the roast in the crowd. I'm like, hey, I'm like, y'all better start laughing, otherwise this whole crowd getting roasted, except Zombie, cause Zombie cool. But yeah, I don't know where everybody else is at. But yeah, I'm like, this fishing stuff. This actually, the fact that I played a fishing game for an hour, almost an hour and a half, when they say there's more fish out in the sea, but you keep catching the same fish. Exactly. Exactly. That is some real life stuff right there. I'm about to make a post or just letting people know. I'm like, hey, I played this fishing game, and I'm just letting y'all know. I'm like, there ain't a whole lot of fish out in the sea. So I'm like, so such and such. I'm like, you need to read my DM because it's lonely out here. I'm out here fishing in the sunset by myself. Ain't nobody out here. I'm like, man, I went home. I went home crying. Cause I got to thinking about that, and I just been like, I had laughed about it at first, then I really got to thinking about it, and I've been like, dang, and I'm single too. Then I'm like, you know what, man, forget this fishing stuff. Going back home, and I'm just gonna be a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer again. I don't need doing this fishing stuff. At least you catch fish. I'm over here catching frogs. I know, what would a frog be like in the like people community? Because if the fish is supposed to be like, okay, like that's like the person and stuff, what would a frog be? I feel like it'd just be a frog. Like it just, I don't know. That frog, that's I'm like, that's something I gotta think about now. That's the thing though. I'm like, I'm just cause see here's the thing. I'm like, and this fish, it was putting up a fight. So that means that it's crazy. So that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm only catching crazy women? Oh nah, frogs are the devil. That's true. That's true. I agree with you on that one. Oh, I can board my bruh. Oh wow. And that's the dumb stuff that I would do. I'd just be like, oh, I didn't realize like I had like advantages and all that. I had a boat this whole time. Hey yo, this game is actually kind of fun. All right, slow it down. Crazy fish equals toxic Latina women. That's the thing though. Like I remember I told my mom that when I was a kid. I was like 5 years old telling my mom that. I told her I was gonna marry. I wasn't even saying Hispanic. Like as a kid, imagine not knowing you had a boat. Exactly, whole time. But no, I told my mom I was all like I told her I was gonna marry a Mexican woman when I was like I think I was like 5 years old when I told her that. 5 years old, and I was like I already had my mind made up. So I remember there was this one girl I went to school with. She when I knew that she spoke Spanish, that was I was like that was the only thing I wanted to hear. I'm like, don't. I'm like, just from now on, just say things in Spanish. I'm like, I don't even care if you don't ever speak English. I'm like, just say things in Spanish. I'm like, I just, it's something about like, when you saying words, it just makes life better. I don't know a lick of Spanish myself. Like I'm like, that'd be the problem. I feel like I'd marry a girl that's like, she mainly speaks Spanish, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. She starts talking too fast. I'm like, okay, just please slow it down. She pulls out a knife. I'm like, okay, English. Switch back to English, please. Because I'm like, what? Why are you pulling out a knife? What was that? I'd be kind of scared to be out here by myself and out in the middle of the water. I felt like this would be the place where there'd be all like 100 people died here, and I'm like, well, now you guys tell me. Being 5 years old talking about marriage while I was over here putting Legos up my nose. That's that I felt like you had a good life. Nah, you had a good life when you was 5 years old. I wish I was putting Legos up my nose, not the knife. I feel like that's you got a good woman. She pulls a knife out on you. People might think that you crazy for saying some stuff. Gosh, that just shows she actually truly loves you. I'll be laid out on the floor. I'm like, like telling her not to stab me. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, you actually love me. I'm like, you okay? I'm like, I see where this is. I'm like, all right. That's how I get on one knee. I'm like, you gotta marry me. That's the thing, though. I remember there's this Hispanic YouTuber I watched. She said that it was like how Hispanic parents they don't want their kids marrying black people. Then there's just me sneaking in the corner, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't know that there was. I'm like, oh, guess I'm gonna have to say. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to, because I'm like, I've seen some dark Hispanic people. I'm like, all right, guess I'm just gonna have to learn Spanish. Come up with a whole life. Y'all like, oh yeah, I'm from the African part in Mexico. I'm like, if that makes sense, probably don't believe me, but hey, I'm like, hear my Spanish though. And that's when I just start speaking Spanish. Hey, the water is poisoned, by the way, while you're fishing for 2 hours. I know, that's some stuff that'll happen. I eat up all this fish, and they be all like, yeah, so, breaking news. Some toxic waste was being poured out in this, lake over here. I'm sorry, but that's not love. I could be a little crazy, but I'll never bring. No, I know. I'm playing. If she brings a knife out on me, I'm sneaking out in the middle of the night and changing my name. I lie. I straight. If I know that she's crazy like that, I'll tell her my name is William Taylor. And I'm like, but in reality, I'm like, nah, knowing that that's not my name. So I'm like, just know that she won't track me down. Be like, okay, my family lives in New York. Um, I've dated two black guys in my whole life. See, that's the thing. I'm like, it's we need to like welcome this different loves and stuff. It's some stuff where I'm like, it had me thinking. I'm like, I watched that video. I was like, dang. There was one time a girl she did tell like she told me that she was all like but she didn't tell me it was because of her parents. She just flat out said like she doesn't see herself dating a black person. I'm like, wow, racist. I'm like, okay, but then as you get older, and it's like, I understand now. William Taylor. I straight up lie. I just go and pack all my stuff out in the middle of the night. She be all like, she'll be going around asking everybody, where's William Taylor at? They were like, William Taylor? We don't know no William Taylor. I'm like, just going to start my life all over again. But I'm like, I'm not gonna. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be with it. If a girl ever pulls out a weapon on me, I'm like, nah. I'm like, you displaying that you kill people, so one was obsessed with me. He made countless Facebook and IG accounts. Oh nah, I couldn't do that. Once when the relationship is over, I'm like, relationship is over. Yeah, I'm like, I couldn't do that. I just that's the thing where I'm like, because I'm like, I do like have like a nice side to me, and I'm like, so I'm not gonna be petty. Like if the relationship ends, then the relationship ends. If she wants to be petty, she could go right ahead and be petty. I'm like, I'm not gonna live my life. I'm gonna live my life focused on myself. Like, and then if like when the relationship happens, I'm like, oh, okay, now we'll focus on the relationship. But yeah, I'm like, I ain't no way I'll do some stuff like that. Like William Taylor added you as a friend. I'm like, William Taylor, what? Like, hey, remember me? I'm like, what do you, what? Sends you a photo. It's like, bro, the relationship is done. Stop adding me. Taylor William added you 2 minutes later. It's like, fam, you don't understand like the whole meaning of like just leaving the person alone. Yeah, it's like when I hear relationships like that, I'm like, dang, that's messed up. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know how what I'm like. Black people sometimes I feel like it just depends on who the black person is. Like some black people, they can't be crazy in relationships. That's why I'm like when you watch those hood videos of like just black people in relationships. Yeah, it be crazy sometimes. Like, hold on for a second. Let me. It's like OMG. One time I didn't save this guy's number I was talking to. I didn't have the obsessed guy's number saved either. So long story short, I got them confused. We went on a date. There's the obsessed guy. I was so that's crazy. That is crazy. That's like I can't even like think of that's just fish. That ain't even catfish. That man straight up fished you. Cause this catfish is like when you don't know, but like nah, fish is like like you know of that person. Well, no, in catfish they were doing that too. They were getting catfished by people that they knew. So I'm like, that's crazy though. That's why I'm like, I always save numbers. I never have like no unsaved numbers in my phone. I remember one time because I think that's when I had got a new phone, and I remember my dad texted me, and I said, and I think I was like, who is this? Because he texted me saying something. I was like, who is this? And he was just like, then I can't remember what he said. But I was like, hey, bro, look, I'm like, I don't know who you are, but I'm like, you need to tell me straight up right now. He's like, it's your dad. I'm like, oh, I was like, my fault. I'm like, my fault, OG. I didn't even mean that. I was like, cause I'm like, luckily I ain't cuss him out, cause I was like, dang, bro, I just don't like when random numbers be texting me. I remember one time it was a white family texting me talking about Merry Christmas and sent me a family photo, and I'm all like, I should have sent them a photo back. I'm like, yeah, I think you guys is messaging the wrong family. I'm like, clearly, I'm like, I don't know, unless you got like an extremely like tanned relative or something that looked black, but I'm like, yeah, I'm like, them random numbers, but yeah, that guy, that's messed up that that guy did that to you though. I sneaked into my house and I was riding him right, and his poor black grandmother walked in. Oh wow! I just fell to the side pretending to sleep. John never been so embarrassed in my life. Well, he had the good. He was too crazy in love with me. This guy's stalkerish. That's man. That is wild. That is wild. I was like, dang, that's I hope I'm never in it. See, that's why I'm like, hey yo, like that's just you got to be in a situation where that's just crazy. That's some crazy stuff. It's funny, but that's crazy. A white family sending you Merry Christmas. Exactly. Like I would imagine you. you know what I look like, G. So, but yeah, it's like it's a white family. Shout out to the white family out there that sent me a Christmas. I'm like, ain't nobody else sent me a Christmas thing. So I appreciate that white family for doing that. Made me feel welcomed. I have so much stupid stories. Oh, zombie, me and you, I feel like we can tell each other some stuff, learn from each other's mistakes. I know from you to save numbers. Shout white family, exactly. No, that's like that. That'd be a bad username at white family. Maybe like they're like some YouTubers, right? They're like, yeah, follow us at the at white family. I'm like, I think you guys should change your name. I'm like, it'd be okay if y'all was black, cause then it'd just make people laugh. But nah, y'all is white talking about white family. That's nah. I'll send you a happy holidays card. I appreciate you, zombie. I'm about to. No, I'll do the same for you. I'll do the same for you. So I get in the mail. My family's all like, "Who's G Zombie?" I'm like, "Hey, that's a real one. Give me the card. Give me the card now. Y'all don't give me that card." And I'm like, "Remember what I was doing all them years ago, roasting you guys?" I'm like, "I'll roast somebody. Give me the card." Change your name, white family. You ain't gonna have to. Yeah, I should create an account where it's like white family. I feel like the account would get shut down. I feel like all this stuff that's going on in the world today, I'm like that account would get shut down. I'm like, but no, it's like it's an experiment. I'm black, see? They're like, nah, we ain't taking no chances. Your name is Tyler. They was like, that's the whitest name possible. You ain't black. I'm like, well, dang, but my middle name's Jamal. I'm like, that's black, right? G Zombie is the one crazy toxic Latina lady. I feel like you need like because I've had friends where having they wasn't like toxic, but they were like I've had like Latina friends that was like they were like crazy and stuff. Like there was some that I can remember. I'm like, dang, I do not want to be on her bad side. Having a middle, imagine having a middle name. I feel like I don't feel privileged having a middle name, but when people tell me they don't have a middle name, I'm like, dang, your parents just said first and last. That's it. Doctor was like, you don't want to give them a middle name? No, they don't deserve it. I'm like, well, dang. I don't even know where my name came from. My middle name would be Mommy. G Mommy Zombie. I like that. I like that. Couldn't be me. Yeah, I was like, there's one of my friends. She was all like, once she found out my middle name was Jamal, she refused to call me by Tyler. I'm like, wish I now I understand, but guys tell me when I get mad, they get turned on. I just roll my eyes. So that's the thing, though. I'm like, it's because to me, it's funny. I wouldn't overall get turned on by it. I just find it funny. I'm like, oh, she getting mad. Watch. I'm like, she about to snap. As long as it ain't me. Like I said, there's like Latina friends I had where they got mad and stuff, and I'm like, oh, yep, somebody about to catch these hands, and I'm like, it ain't me. I'm like, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. Wait, your name's Tyler? Yup. It's a white name, right? I bet she was all like, his name gotta be like Daquan or like Montavious or something. Like some of the most blackest names possible. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even. Nah, I wouldn't want my name to be no Montavious. Montavious just sounds like I feel like I'd be in the Matrix or something. They're like, Montavious, you're the chosen one. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm a freaking YouTuber and a Twitch streamer. Ain't no way possible I'm the chosen one. Tyrone. Hey, you know what? Because we were talking about Tyrone. Yes, no, Tyrone. That's a woman's name now. I was in Union stream yesterday. We were talking about that. That's a woman's name. The Matrix. That Montavious is like such a Matrix name. Montavious don't even sound like a black person. Like you're an experiment, like experienced black person. If you're black, if your name is Montavious, that's like top tier black name. You'll never guess my name. Oh man. I feel like it. No, it don't start with an S, right? No, I like this. I like this game. I like this game. Does it start with an S? I'll go through the whole alphabets if I need to. How scared would you have been if I just named off your whole name right now and then just started naming off like everybody? That'd been something. I wouldn't even. Nah, I'm like nah. I'm like I wouldn't do that, even if I did know it. It's with a G. Okay. Latina G. Dang. I can't even think. Do you have like one of those like names where it's like a modern name, like your name is like gorgeous or something? I feel like that's like it could be that. It could be that. But Gianna is honestly the only name that I can think of. I can think of like some like last names that start with the G, but if you knew my name off the get go, exactly. I wouldn't honestly though. I'm like that'd be scary. Now that's then no. Then you're like no. It's old school. It's old school. Okay. Dang. Oh man. G is it's not G. Gianna is a pretty name. Yeah, I was like, I feel like I feel like that would be a name like a name that somebody would have. Dang, but because it does kind of sound like your name like already G Zombie, but dang, though, dang, I can't even, bruh. That hurts my brain. I'm sitting here trying to think, and I'm like, man, I cannot. I don't want to say I give up, but I'm like, man, dang, Gabby, no, Gabby, no, it's not. No, it could be. It could be. Is it Gabby? I feel like Gabby. It's like after Gabby Hanna. It's like I feel like nobody wouldn't want to claim that name. So, bruh, it ain't Gabby, huh? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I know Gabby ain't like that. Ain't even a Hispanic name. I apologize. I apologize for that, G Zombie. Okay, now let me keep it going. Let me keep it going. Nope, not Gabby. Okay, okay. Uh, Gilbert? No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Nah. If if you told me it was like, yeah, my name is actually Gilbert, I'm like, huh, okay. I'm like, I would not roast you, because I'm like, if your name is Gilbert, I'm like, I would never. I'll give you nothing. But I'm like, I still give you compliments, but I'm like, I just couldn't do that. Like, please tell me it ain't Gilbert. If your name is Gilbert, we gonna have to have a discussion about that. Well, you'll never guess. It's like I feel like it's a name that is it like a common name or it's like you're the only one with that name? Because if you're the only one with the name, then you can tell me. But if it's like multiple people have this name, then I'm like, nah. Let me keep guessing. It's not Gilbert. Okay, okay. Imagine that though. If I met a Hispanic woman named, or is it? If your name is Gilbert, I'm like I said, we're gonna have to talk about that. JK, it's not okay. Okay. Oh man, dang. I want to cheat because I'm like, if I like, maybe I can like look it up, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to cheat. Uh, Let me like maybe four people. Four people? Dang. Yeah, you can tell me. Just you could go ahead and tell me. I'm like 4 and that's like pretty much like you have a rare name. One hint. Oh yeah, get no. Give me a hint. Give me a hint. Give me a hint. I feel like it's probably too late, but give me a hint. There ain't that, like there is no fish here. I'm about to get in this boat and start swimming, or not swimming, but driving the boat. Oh, that's my neighbors outside with a garbage can. I'm like, hey yo, the world is ending. Like, what's this noise I'm hearing? Named after famous female drug lord. A famous female drug lord. Oh, dang. I'm trying to think. I got no like drug lord friends I can ask and be like, "Hey, what's a famous female drug lord?" Dang, I'm about to look it up. Nah, I ain't gonna look it up. I ain't gonna look it up. Nah, I'm gonna. Dang, I don't know. No famous female drug lords. Like you said that, like it was like, oh yeah, he might know some drug lords. He might be cool with some. I don't even do drugs. I'm like, I couldn't even do it. I'd be that one where I'll over panic and be like, hey yo, like what happened to my legs? They're like, fam, your legs are still there. No, they're not. They're being covered by something. Imagine not having drug lord friends. I got friends that think they're drug lords, but they're not. They played Grand Theft Auto and just did some drug missions and that was it. So that don't count. Famous female drug lord. Dang. Well, not GTA. Yeah, I got friends that's like they talk about how they ain't had a hard life. I'm like, fam, I've known you. I've grown up with you. Like, you just got sent outside a lot, but you ain't had no hard life, bro. Me and you been had the same life, and it's like you chill out. But dang, I can't even think of like. Want me to just tell you? Then yeah, you could just go ahead and tell me. So I'm like, I tried. I've honestly tried. Famous female drug lord. Drum roll, please. All right, hold up. Nah, I can't go too fast. I'm like, it's stiffing out my wrists and stuff. I got like old people bones. Griselda. 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 That's actually, that's a dope name. Cause I'm like, yeah, I've never heard nobody with that name before. Griselda. That's a dope name. So that's why I'm like, how come I can't have like no name like that? Having arthritis at imagine having arthritis at 24. I feel like I do. I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, my body. Then like maybe 5 minutes later, I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh man, I was having the worst like ankle pains last year. You would have thought that I had like broke my like foot or something. I'm like, I'm only 24. Why am I having these issues right now? Thanks, Tyler. See, it's like that you say my name, and it's all like Tyler ain't no. That's Like I'm freaking named after Tyler Perry. Like you got like this like dope sick name, and I'm like only famous with Tyler Perry and Tyler the Creator. And they both kind of weird because one likes to dress up as an old woman, and the other one he be liking to talking about kissing his friends and stuff. So I'm like, just dudes with the name Tyler. I don't know why it's like black guys named Tyler. We always gotta be weird, but it's like it's just, but it's funny though. But it's just weird. It's like Tyler's is like, if you're black with the name, like with the name, it's like if you're black and your name is Tyler, you used to be white in your past life. Like you got Griselda, and I'm like, I'm over here just Tyler. Such a basic name. Is the boat moving? Yeah, Griselda. I'm like, I like that name more than my name. Can we switch names? People ask me, they were like, "Why are you named after a female drug lord?" I'm like, "Hey, like, you ain't gonna trip on my name. There's a Hispanic woman out there named Tyler, so." But I just go by GG because of one stalker reasons here, Twitch because most people say my name wrong. Am I saying it wrong? I feel like I might be saying it wrong, but you sounded it out, so you at least gave me that. I would love to be Tyler. I'm saying we can switch names real quick. I'll be Griselda. Tell people they about like, bro, you realize the first off you got a woman's name. Second, you're named after a drug lord. I'm like, hey, there's a just saying, there's a Hispanic woman out there. Her name is Tyler. No, you're saying it right. Okay, cool. Cause yeah, if you wouldn't have put the whole like the sound out thing, I've been like like greasy, like I've been doing some stuff like that. I'm horrible with names. But I have like there was one of my friends. His name because he's Hispanic, and I'm like maybe that's just but I'm like I don't even know anybody that would say it like that, regardless of who they are. But he couldn't say my middle name. Instead of saying Jamal, he was saying Jamal, and I'm like David. Like I understand that you English ain't your first language, but Jamal shouldn't have been your first choice. And there's a black man out there named Griselda. Exactly, facts. I would definitely I'd take that name. I knew I had to spell it out because most people say it wrong. Yeah, I butchered that name. I'm saying I got like the when I be trying to pronounce names, I'm like a substitute teacher. I've been struggling trying to say your name. I sent you outside. I'd like go outside since you want to have a difficult name. I'm a substitute teacher. I ain't somebody a professor. I'm a sub. They ain't paying me for this. Why is it that substitute teachers like a regular teacher can say your name, but a substitute teacher like they can't say it? Some say Grizz Elda or Grease Ella. I would. Somebody had to get swung on for saying them two names. Grizz Elda. I probably would say like Griselda or something. It's like Gersilda. Okay. But yeah, I like that's Grease Ella. I'm like, that's something you got. Don't 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 send me outside and ask that such a difficult name. No, I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I do not care. I'm like, it's either that or you go into the office. One of the two. I feel like I've been a dope teacher because there's not enough black like male teachers. I've been one of the dope teachers. Last day of school, I brought my Xbox in. I'm like, okay, I understand you guys as kids, but I don't care. I'm like, put your money on the table. I'm like, we about to play a couple of games real quick. I've been that teacher. I got fired for fighting a student. I already know that for sure. Student would have looked at me. He was just all like, he said, well, I know I'm going to learn a lot today with that big old head you got. I'm like, all right, kids, step outside. I'm like, I'm about to come out there with you. We're going to really see who got a big head. I'm like, because I'm telling you, when I get the swinging on you, don't spank me, professor. Oh, nah. I couldn't be, nah. And you know what? It's crazy because there was teachers at my high school that they were like, well, the one teacher, he waited till she turned 18. But I think they say he divorced his wife for that girl. I'm like, hey, yo, that is some wild stuff. But no, it's like if girls be having like, you would be a hilarious teacher. I feel like I would. I couldn't be no teacher. It's like I just can't be that like that guy that be like if a girl's all like spank me and I'm like, what? I'm like, fam, I got spankings when I was a kid. That wasn't no joke. Like I'm still traumatized by that stuff. Them girls that be into them weird fetishes and things. I'm like, I don't know about you. She's like, slap me. I'm like, that's domestic violence. I can't do that. I'm not gonna put my hands on no woman. I'll give you a hug. I'll shake your hand. You know, I'll do that type of stuff. But I slapping? What? Nah, I can't do that to you. I'm sorry. She's all like choke slam me, and I'm like choke slam. This is not WWE. I wouldn't concentrate in your class from laughing so much. Yeah, I'll probably get the roasting kids in there talking about. I just looked at a student and just been like, hey yo, how you fell in my class? I'm like, this is literally the easiest class ever, fam. Like, you fell in it. I'm like, man, I'm like, you go out to recess. I'm like, you go to the elementary school and you just go out to recess. Well, that's domestic violence. It is. I would never. But I'm saying, I don't want to be in a relationship like that where a girl is all like, oh, slap me, choke me, like she's like, go and put me in a chokehold and don't let go. So like, even if I pass out, I'm like, that is domestic violence, and you're trying to get me set up. I'm like, where's the cameras at? Because I can see right now, you trying to take me for the money that I don't have, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Can we be best friends? We sure can. Uh, what did you say your nickname was? You said it was Gigi. Yeah, Gigi. I'm like, we sure can, Gigi. At me already. I'm like, nah. I've been like, nah. You like if you could like choke me, so like slam me down on the floor and punch me in the face. I'm like, what did you know? I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Yo, Gigi. Okay, cool. Why the boat just suddenly stopped? That's weird. I'm just afraid that I might be the girl like that. And then she's like, if you ain't gonna do it, then I'll do it. Punches me in the face. Next thing you know, I gotta lock myself in a room, calling my mom, talking about, hey yo, like get my sister, get yourself, get some weapons. This girl is crazy. This girl straight up punched me in the face and told me to hit her, and I'm like, I said I didn't want to do it. I like you raised me right. I ain't gonna hit women. I can't do it. There's like girls out there that be liking, and there's like stuff where it's like it's the but like back on the fetishes, like a girl that has a feet fetish. I'm like, nah. I'm like, cause first off, I don't know what you be walking on. I'm like, and I definitely am like, nah. I'm like, I will massage your foot, but if you expect me to just be doing nah, like none of that weird stuff. Well, she broke up with me. I know people be all like, "Hey, what happened to your girlfriend?" I'm like, she broke up with me because she didn't want me to beat her. I was like, I told her I'm not that type of guy, and she roasted me. I roasted her back. She thought it was gonna turn physical. It didn't, and she broke up with me. So I'm single. What's your Discord? I have to hold on for a second. I have to like open it up. I haven't been catching no fish. I've just been sitting here just chilling for the most part. Hold on for a second. Let me open it up. I barely go on Discord, but I'm like, I try to get like more and more into Discord. F in the chat. Facts. Straight facts. There we go. All right. That is my Discord. But yeah, I'm scared to be the girl like that. That's so I'm like that's getting back on the like the cold like the crazy girl. I'm like I wouldn't want no girl like that. She pulls out a knife, throws a knife at me, and she said, "Let's get into a knife fight. Let's live dangerous tonight." I'm like, "What? No, that is attempted murder." Nah, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I like living. PZ, hey, what's up, PZ? Playing a fishing game and not catching, but not fishing. You just want to enjoy the view, no cap. Exactly. This is exactly what I'd be doing. I'd just be out here enjoying the view. I just be like, well, ain't caught no fish, so caught two, and they were the exact same thing. Knife fight. When I come back. PZ, we just me and Gigi, we just out here talking about just weird girlfriends. We just out here talking about like how I just don't feel like doing 5 to 10 years in prison because a girl wants me to be all physical with her. Interesting. Yeah. Like I feel like the craziest, the out of like she's like the home run of all crazy girls is a girl that will hit herself. If she's all like, if like we getting into an argument and she's just like, I'm gonna just tell people that you hit me, and I'm like, okay, I think I've made it clear I never hit a woman. She's just like, they won't know that. Punches herself in the face. I'm like, oh, she is crazy. Runs head first into a wall. Starts crying, talk about why are you hitting me, and I'm like, fam, what personalities do you have? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you made up a personality that's me? I'm like, look, you need to take your split personality self and get up out my house. I'm like, I can't have this. I'm sorry. I'm like, I know, please. And I'm like, cause then I'm like, then she might. What if she switches to? What if one of her personalities is like Conor McGregor or something? And then she's like out of nowhere. I'm just sitting down chilling. She done put me in some chokehold talking about tap out. Well, who hits themselves? It's a thing, Gigi. It is a thing. It is so scary. A girl that would legit. I've heard stories like that. I've never been with no girl like that, and I hope and pray that I'm never with a girl like that. But it is a serious thing, and women out there need to get help if they're doing that. She's like, "You want to see crazy? I'll show you crazy." Then just starts like slapping herself across the face. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, what did I just walk into? I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this at all. I start praying. I just start praying. I say, please, Jesus, God, just see me out this house alive. I'm like, please see me out this house alive. I don't want to die today. Because then she's in this personality where she's hitting herself. Next personality, she just got all her personalities lined up. Next thing you know, for the whole night, I'm fighting 15 different people. I gotta go have an amazing day. You too, Brian. Dead footage knives for each. Yeah, I know how to add you to my server, so I sent you link in the. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll look into it afterwards. But yeah, it's like, what would you guys do? What would you guys do though if y'all had like a significant other like that? Where they just start hitting themselves across the face talking about I'm gonna just tell people that you hit me. Starts punching themselves. I feel like when you hit yourself, like it's one thing when you hit yourself in the face, but when you hit yourself in the stomach or the arm or something, because there's actually no, there's a movie like that. There was a movie like that. It was this Lifetime movie. Don't even ask me why I be watching Lifetime movies. Sometimes the movies be interesting. But anyways, there was a Lifetime movie like that where the guy started hitting himself across the chest and then made his chest all bruised up. And he told his girlfriend that the dad had hit him. That's crazy, man. Yeah, it is, PZ. It is. Well, I got a blast. I might stream. I don't know. If you stream, I'll definitely join, GG. I'll definitely join. Have a good stream. You too, if you do stream. You have a good day, GG. It was really nice talking to you. See, I was like, this is gonna go down as one of my favorite streams. That okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I'm like, this is one of my favorite streams. Like, had laughs, made a best friend. I'm like, living the life. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Just out here fishing, but caught like 2 fishes and then that was it. Maybe if I like turn around or something. Hold on for a second. Am new. I have no clue what to do. Oh, did you start playing this game yourself? I'm like, yeah, this game, it is kind of, it's fun, but it's like you ain't gonna catch nothing. It was nice talking to you too. I'll catch some fish, not a frog. If I catch a frog, I'm contacting you and I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, they got frogs in this game. What did I just do? Oh, it's like a zoom in feature or something. Okay. But yeah, Daniel, I'm like, it's you just got I maybe I need to, that's why. Oh, I can like set the yeah, because I was like, bro, it's been sunset for I don't know how long. Lord, let me know. I will. I will. I definitely will. I don't like how that looks now. Now it looks all weird. No, we gotta have it. Oh, how they look at night, bro? It is dark. Hey, yo, my character look like a locked character. Why is he so black? It looks very dark. Yeah, I ain't no way possible I'll be out here in the middle of the night fishing. I scare myself just being inside of a house. Like, you sitting there talking, but like, nah. Ain't no way I'll do that. We going right back to sunset. I can see myself. I paranoid. Yeah, I've been paranoid too. I don't do so well in situations like that where I'm out in the middle of nowhere by myself in the dark. Nah, I'm good. Relatable. Yup, very relatable. Ain't no way possible I'll be out in the fishing by myself in the dark. Nah, I'm good. I'm about to. Nah, I gotta find like another spot to be at. Bro, what's wrong with my fishing rod? That was weird. Okay. Yeah, I can go in this direction. It looked like something's like blocked. I'm about to see if I can crash through this. Ooh, hold on for it. If I can't crash through this, I want to see if there's like a multiplayer version. Because this game is actually fun. I feel like this game would be so fun. You can't even crash. Right, how you gonna can't crash through a rope? I took that rope out. Okay, I see how like multiplayer is from the movies I watch. Oh yeah, movies have left me massively paranoid. There's what was that one? There's that one movie. Freaking, this thing ain't got no multiplayer. I thought it had multiplayer. I bet it'd be hard. Yeah. I thought this game had multiplayer. Oh, I think it's a certain mode that has multiplayer. Hold on for a second. Let me see real quick. Fishing trip. That ain't it. Advanced. That ain't it. Multiplayer. Open session. Yeah, I was like, it chooses different areas to be at. Let's go here. Oh, wait a minute. It's like, nah, I can't even play like that. I got 412. Is it dollars or multiplayer? Join any session. Hopefully, there's a session. Why somebody try to talk with me? I'm just gonna mute my microphone. That's how you know that ain't nobody playing this game. You can't even find a session. What's going on with the game? Bro, this game done froze. Alright, well, I know not to ever play multiplayer again. Dang. Yeah, I'm like, games that be freezing, bro. I'm like, come on, man. Like, don't do that to me. Not right now. Like, not right now while I'm streaming. I was like, I needed this stream, though. This stream is actually, this is a pretty good stream. I was like, yesterday, y'all should have heard me. I was going off. I was like, the screen kept flickering. I don't know why it kept doing it, but it just kept flickering and stuff. I was like, man, I feel like now, like, everything is chilled, but I don't know. I'm still not trusting. Did you get the game on Game Pass or did you buy it? I got this on Game Pass. I didn't even know that it was free. Like, they didn't even have it because, look. Hold on for a second. Let me... They usually... Oh, now they've added it. Because they added SnowRunner, too. Oh, so now they've added them. Yeah, because I was like, I downloaded SnowRunner. I'm probably going to end up playing SnowRunner here sometime soon. Probably tomorrow. Once when it's like fully, yeah, because I got that pause. I'm going to play that. Because I was like, that was actually a fun game, too. But, yeah, or the other one, Mud Runner. I never played SnowRunner, but... Yeah, I was playing this game. I was like, hey, yo, this game is actually fun. I got it on Game Pass. Yeah. Because I was like, I got the Xbox Series X, so they're like, you pretty much get the Game Pass. Or no, it's how it is with like EA games. You get like all the EA games and stuff. The Xbox Series S. How do you like it? Do you is it like something that you're like, oh, I wish I got the X? Because I got the X. I was like, I ain't taking no chances. Ooh, they got me in some like, oh, tropical looking area. Okay, okay. I was about to say, fam, I thought that was a snake. I'm like, okay, don't move. Don't move and don't panic. Where's my boat at? What is the noises in the woods? I'd take a fishing rod and beat somebody with it. Somebody run out on me and start acting weird. BRB again, though. Oh, it's all good, Peasy. I'm not mine. I always buy the games online, anyways. It does look like a snake. Facts! Facts! I was like, bro, well, I'm about to die. But, yeah, I'm like, that's the funny thing about it. I was like, the whole reason, well, I do like, I still like getting my games on disc because I'm like, if I don't like the game, then I could just take the game back up to GameStops. But I mean, if there had been like an easier way of like getting your money back if you don't like a game, then I probably would have gotten the S. You get in Flight Simulator, then it comes out. Oh, is that finally coming out on the Game Pass? Because I'm like, I don't know why they didn't release that game on PC, but or yeah, they just only released it on PC. I mean, I would have liked to play that game, but yeah, I probably am gonna get it. I'll get it. They said summer. Oh, okay, well, perfect. Yeah, I'll get it then. I'll get it then. Play a little bit of it. Where am I at with achievements though? I'm still at rank 2. Who's rank 1? Bro, what is these tropical noises that I'm hearing, man? I had left. I had been like, nah, this. I'm like, this forest is too weird for me. I not 100% trust them. I don't trust them noises either. Them noise, all those noises sound weird. That sounds like that. Just honestly, it sounds like death. If death can make a noise, that's the noise that it would make. Sound like a weird monkey or something. I'm like, fam, I don't want no weird monkeys attacking me. I'll go somewhere else. Exactly. Exactly. That cast thing though, that thing be moving. Let me go out a little bit further. What happened? Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can tell you right now, if you have not played this game yet, Daniel, it's gonna take you a while to catch some fishes. I'll tell you that much. I think throughout the whole time I've been playing this game, I think I've caught like maybe 3 or 4 fishes. It's hard to get fish. It is. It honestly it is. I tried and got 0. I mean, hey, that's what it looks like how it's gonna be for this. If I like shake the fishing pole or something, might alert the fishes. What happened? Bro, look at that. Look, there 2 big ones, bruh. Just watching people play. Yeah, I know what to do. It's a good game. I like it. I think that this game is good. It has the potential of being something big. Bro, are you serious? The fish swam up to me. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's that big one? I think it ain't even that big. I thought it was something big. Come on. Come on. Bruh. It swam right past my bait. Bro, look at that big one by my feet. Just playing with you now. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I just cut the wire and just take the stick and just start beating that fish. I'm like, nah. It's either you're gonna get beat or you're gonna get on my hook and I can take you home. Some weird monkey noises distracting me, bro. that has to. I don't even know what kind of fish that's supposed to be. I don't know what it is, but it's big though. My family and friends need to eat. Yeah, I'm like, I don't feel. I honestly don't even feel hungry. I was like, all I just had this morning was like a bacon and egg sandwich. I don't even feel hungry. Well, I did have a Starbucks drink too, so I mean the game. Oh, in the game, I was about to. I was if they if they had relied on me to go fishing, my family and friends would have starved to death and died. Cause I'm like, I ain't catching nothing. I caught like three, four little fishes, and then that was it. My family had died in this game. Ain't no way they gonna survive based off of my fishing skills, bro. All these fishes near me, I grabbed one of them. I legit just jumped in the water and just grabbed one of them. Like, nah. So one of these fishes is coming home with me. Oh, and to anybody that's watching me play this game, the fishes aren't real. I don't want nobody coming after me talking about, oh, you playing a game that's promoting fishing, and I know how people feel about like animals and fishes and all that stuff. What's that fish doing? Why did the fish come up to get some air? What kind of fishes are these, man? Let's go back to the old fishing. I wonder. I don't know. You mean I would play one. I would play that game, but I seen this game was available. I was like, you know what? Let me play this real quick. I'm probably gonna end the stream here soon because I was like, it ain't nothing like happening. Hold on for a second. It says so. But it's like home. Oh. Maybe if I go out like a little bit further or something. Still says still hard. This game for people who can wait for a long time. That's the funny thing about it. I played this game and was not thinking I was gonna be playing it for 2 hours. Over 2 hours. I played this game and I had fun. Oh, hold on for a second. Let me see what this is all about. Man Shark coming to Game Pass too. I played that game. Daniel, if I because I have a gaming channel called TMossBoss Gaming, and I played and beat that game. So if you want to see how that game looks, I got videos up of it on my gaming channel. So yeah, I was like, I played that game. I played it, got all the achievements for it. That game is actually pretty fun. Now that's a game. If you're thinking about getting that game, I would recommend getting that. Because I know that there was a shark game. It was the Jaws Unleashed or something like that that came out back in the day. And I was like, yo, that game was fun. And yeah, Man Shark. That game, that was a pretty good game too. I like it. A little bit crazy, but it's a good game. I recommend it. Good storyline to it. I'm just gonna start going crazy with this thing. Conan Exiles coming too. I seen that game. That game looks alright. I don't know. There's just certain games where it's like I know a lot of people probably like would want to see me play. I just ain't got no desires on playing that game. Not saying it's a bad looking game. It's just I don't know. It's just one of those games I'm like I don't really care for it too much. Going to try it out. Yeah, let me know if you like it or either one, Man Eater or Conan Exiles. Uh, okay. All right. Just try quickly pull the rod back. What time do you go live at? So I go live at like 11 o'clock, and yeah, I'm most likely I'll probably end up playing this game again tomorrow, but or actually because no, there's the one game Snow Runners. I might end up playing that tomorrow, whichever. But yeah, usually 11 o'clock. Some days I might stream a little bit later, but just like between the 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock hour. But I would recommend having notifications. Is it at UK or USA? USA time. 11 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time. PST. Man, I thought I caught something. Trick me. Trick myself. Okay, it's 2040 for me. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's 2:40 Pacific Standard Time. That's crazy how there's like certain places they do stuff like. You live in the UK? Yeah, that's dope. Shout out to the UK. I got a friend out there. She lives out there. It's crazy. I was like, I don't know how I ended up becoming friends with her, but yeah, I'm like she's lived out there. Yeah, shout out to the UK. I have friends who from the USA. Yeah, it's like it's crazy. It's just having like friends in like different places and stuff. And then when they tell me how it is living out there, it's like when I know she told me about like the different sports out there and stuff. I was like, huh, UK is definitely a place I'd like to visit one day. It's like one of my friends. I think she was out. I think it was Italy. I think it was Italy. She was out there. She was like doing like some teaching stuff. It was like an English teaching class, I think. Bro, wow, wow, I freaking had it. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again. There's English, England or Scotland or Wales, and I think England. England is the place that I want to check out. Scotland, I wouldn't mind out checking out Scotland either. And from Scotland, nice, nice. I think I don't know too many people from Scotland. I was like my friend, she lives out in England. Only person I honestly know from Scotland is in this wrestler named Drew McIntyre. That's honestly the only person I know from Scotland. Bruh. Bro. You do YouTube too? Yes. Yes, I do. I do YouTube, Twitch streaming, uh, all across social media. You into TikTok? I'm on that too. I do it all. I do it all. What videos you do? I do a wide variety of videos, bro. I mean, the two main channels that I focus on is my main channel and my gaming channel. But altogether, I have 32 YouTube channels. Active on all of them. Like you name the content, I'm doing it. So many. Yeah, bro. It's just like I got the time for it, so I figure I might as well go for it. I might as well do it. It's like something that you don't really hear too many people do, so I might as well be the first. I just like doing it. I just like coming out with content. That's just my thing. I like challenging myself, so I feel like that was the challenge of being a content creator. Bro, come on, come on, grab it. That thing gonna swim next to it. It ain't swim away. I swear. Only people I know they have more than one channel is the Sidemen. Oh yeah, cause they got Sidemen, more Sidemen, Sidemen React, all of their separate channels. Yeah, those guys got a lot of channels. I mean, they got their own each individual channels, but yeah, it's like, but no, those they do have like a lot of channels. Shout out to the Sidemen. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna call it a day with this game. I was like, I ain't played enough of it, but it's fun though. This game is actually pretty fun. I have to definitely play some more of it. But, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead in the stream. Um, yeah, not so easy. Yeah, it's not. It's not at all. This game definitely a challenging game, but I do like it. I think this is a pretty fun game. But yeah. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you to everybody that showed love in today's stream. Shout out to you, Daniel, for following. Shout out to G Zombie for the host. To the two hosts. Like that's honestly, I do appreciate her for that. And what else? What else went down in this stream? Shout out to Wholesome for the 200 bits. And yeah. That being said, I will talk to you guys later. Yeah, Daniel, I'll see you next time. Definitely, I will stream tomorrow. I stream every single day, so. But yeah, I do appreciate you for stopping by and things. But I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's stream, and peace.